This is the first interview that we're actually allowed to share things, so I'm so excited.
Oh my goodness, I bawled my eyes out reading the script.
And I was like, have you read this episode yet? No, I am not okay. It was so cute.
Summer's over and the Babysitters Club is officially back in business.
Season 2 of Babysitters Club was so amazing. I laughed, I cried. I'm just so glad that it's back.
Goodbye, my Claudia.
Momona, I've got to give you so many props because the Mimi episode was so incredible. It was so heartbreaking to see that she passed away, but it was so beautiful to see Claudia's grieving journey and bringing in her Japanese heritage. What was your reaction to that script when you first read it?
Oh my goodness, I bawled my eyes out reading the script. It's really beautifully written. I'm just so thankful to being able to tell that story. I think it's very interesting to see how Claudia kind of, handles and how she kind of copes with the situation. And for example, Stacey, she was always there for her, which I think Claudia is very grateful for. And the script itself is just so beautiful. And I'm so happy that we were able to incorporate a lot of, Japanese traditions into the episode.
The only one who's been here for me has been Ashley.
So what, you're so grateful to her, you're giving her Mimi's jewelry?
Not grateful to her. I'm in love with her. She's my girlfriend, Claudia.
I screamed out of excitement when we found out that Janine and Ashley were actually a couple. This is a new layer to Janine that we didn't get in the BSC books. How are you feeling about this amazing inclusion storyline?
I think the BSC, what's so special about it is how inclusive it is. And, being able to tell that story as well is just, it's something I'm just so proud to be a part of.
I want your kids to be my kids. For real.
Like adoption.
One of my personal favorites is in the finale when we see that Watson wants to adopt Christy and all of her brothers. Sophie, what was your reaction to that sweet reveal?
Oh my gosh, when I read that script on the airplane to Canada, I started crying on the airplane. And Vivian, who plays Mallory, was sitting right next to me and she was like, are you okay? And I was like, have you read this episode yet? No, I am not okay. It was so cute. And it's honestly just the most heartwarming thing. And filming it was so cute. I'm so excited for everyone to see it.
Stacey, hey! I was hoping I'd see you.
Shay, we saw in season 2 that Stacey has a lot going on. She's still learning to manage her diabetes. Her parents are fighting a lot. What is one aspect of Stacey's storyline that you're most excited for young girls to see?
Of course, still keeping it very realistic with her struggles with diabetes, but I think it's also really great to see that she still has family struggles too. That is a very normal thing to have as a teenager, and I think a lot of people watching at home will be able to relate to that aspect of her as well, because obviously there are other characters whose parents are divorced. They're going through seeing their parents get remarried, all that kind of stuff, but I think it's great to show Stacey struggling with it in that moment and the awkwardness and the tension. So I'm excited for people to watch that at home because I know it's a very real thing.
So are you guys fully boyfriend and girlfriend now?
I don't know. We haven't talked since the end of camp.
Malia, how about you? What Marianne moment are you most excited for fans to see in season 2?
Marianne, what spoilers do we get to share with her? This is the first interview that we're actually allowed to share things, so I'm so excited. I feel like with Marianne, I'm really excited to see how the episode with her and Logan pulls off. But she also is kind of that advice teller and that sense of comfort throughout a lot of the girls, with Claudia and then with Sophie and Christy at the end, talking about her dad and then talking about Mimi. So there's just those things that I'm excited to have Marianne be that kind of nurturing soul and that comfort side that we didn't get to see throughout the first season, because she was usually the one that's crying. She says sorry all the time. So I'm just excited for you guys to see that part.
Oh, Dawn, you look super tan. 3 weeks in Southern California where the sun shines as advertised. I feel like a whole new person.
Kyndra, which spoiler meant the most to you in season 2? What are you most excited for fans to see?
Well, in season 1, Dawn was all good with everything. She, had her life put together and she never got upset. And then in season 2, you really see her bottle up all of her emotions until she kind of just explodes. And I think it's really, you see how she handles having anxiety. All the girls struggle through something, and this is specifically what Dawn struggles with. And I think it's really important to see that for other people who might be struggling with anxiety, to see that they're not alone and there's other people that have it and struggle with it, and you just really get to see her handled that.
That was like clockwork. Smooth as silk. A well-oiled machine. You guys are awesome.
If we do get a third season, what is something that you would love to see for your character next? Vivian, what would you like to see for Mallory if we get another chapter?
I would definitely like to see more of her family, more of her family life. I think we got to see a little bit this season, but that's one of my hopes for season 3. We're keeping our fingers crossed.
I loved filming all the ballet scenes so much. This season you saw Jessie and how she was a background character in her school performance and how she's trying to accept that she's not the lead anymore. I hope, fingers crossed for season 3, we would get to see Jessie actually be the lead in a performance. I've read some of the Jessie books, and she has such cool characters a lot. I know she plays Sleeping Beauty in one of the books. I think that'd be really cool to do.
Didn't you just come from ballet? That was class. Tonight I have rehearsals for the fall showcase.
I think just continuing kind of Claudia's journey, I would love to see how she continues to cope with like the loss of her grandmother. It'll be interesting to see like what problems she faces that may have been affected by that situation as well. I'm just very excited to explore more if we get another season.
Definitely. Shay, how about you? What do you want to see for Stacey?
Anything at all would be amazing. But like we were discussing earlier with her family issues, I think it's a very real issue. And I think it would be great to have that portrayed in this show in a deeper way as well.
That is a really good question. I don't think I thought about that. You know, I really hope if we have another season, they include Christy's Crushers, her softball team. I really hope they do that.
As you know, in season 1, Dawn's parents are divorced, and I would love to see her spend time with her family, spend time with her brother and her dad, maybe go to California. She's a California girl at heart, and it would just mean a lot to me if she gets to spend more time with her family.
Yeah, and maybe bring Marianne with her.
Definitely.
And Malia, what do you want to see from Marianne?
Honestly, a cat. That is all I'm asking for. She has a cat. Tigger in the books. He's a kitten. He's striped. I've been reading about that cat since before I could read, and oh my God, I desperately wanting it if there is a third season, but who knows? You know, whatever happens, I'm grateful nonetheless. It's been a journey, and I'm so grateful to be part of it.
Being a part of the Babysitters Club means we show up for each other. I love a BFF club.